Okay, good. Microphone does appear to be working. As does game volume. Hello, friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Salliekat Plays Avernum. I am once again deep in collecting all of the level 3 spells, and some various other goodies for, game completion. I am now entering the lair of Avernum the Dragon. And I am glad that I didn't pop in here at the end of my last stream, because I haven't been here yet, and getting through the first time can be kind of a pain. Oh no, the corridor is blocked by a gigantic wall. Whatever shall we do? We'll have to find a way around. And we'll also have to deal with Avernum's pet drakes. Let's see, in this game I think drakes are ice-based and thus vulnerable to fire. Of course, that doesn't mean they can't also cast fire back on me. Oop, found one. Way back in the corner. Found another one. I should maybe do a little healing. Ah, how dare you surround yourself. Let's see if Fire Blast does any better than Divine Fire. Given Luigi's stats, it probably won't. No, I think Luigi's cast of Fire Blast does do better than his cast of Divine Fire. Haha! Hello, Iskra, yes! And happy Sunday morning to you. Oh, I can't reach you from here. Ugh. I take out my rage on a bat. It didn't. I don't remember if summons give experience or not. In some games they do, in some they don't. I have to go the long way around. How have you not disappeared yet? Do. Okay. Are there any helpful secret passages in here? I don't believe there are. One of the drakes has found a way around. Is it silly to use Fire Blast on just one target when the target is a drake? Okay, yeah, 75 is better than 59. Ooh. Ah, but the drake is slowly taking bits of damage from acid. And now everyone's dead. Oh, thank you, and I'm glad that you enjoyed Greek, Iskra. Andrew, you are taking kind of a lot of damage. And Sabrina doesn't have any good ranged options. Except possibly a Wand of Acid. I mean, she has ranged options, but Smite's not going to do anything if drakes are cold resistant. Divine Fire does only cost 7. Oh, so much damage. That was toasty. Oh, okay. I can't cast pre-spells because Teresa is active, not Luigi. And now I kind of don't care because all that's left is skeleton trash. So I know there's a secret passage somewhere around here. I don't remember exactly where. There it is. I can very bless one character. Oh, and I got corrected in the last stream. Divine Restoration does both healing and curing. I just have to be rather high level in order to actually use it. job, Teresa. I've just found a trap. I've just disarmed a trap. Ooh, acid bolts. Could potentially have some fun with those. I thought that passage would take me where I want to go. Time for the classic adventure game maneuver of bash your head against every wall to look for secret passages. Am I sure that I can't? No, that's a wall I can't do anything with. Far sight. Yeah, that's great, but how do I get up there? Sometimes Avernum is just slightly different enough from Exile that I get confused and annoyed. Seriously, I should be able to get in there. I don't have like a hidden button or something, do I? Oh, there we go. I found the hidden stairs. Oh wait, no, the arrows go on Teresa. Andrew uses bolts. Oh no, living statues! I don't know much about the Bloodlines games. I think I've heard of them, maybe? What to do here? Oh, you're fire immune. That, could change things up a bit. Can't use fire, but fire is my favorite. I would say that fire is the strongest, but honestly I think steel, and especially steel when blessed, is the strongest element here. Okay, Sabrina, you are on blessing duty. Darn, I thought Luigi had one more move there. I do like classic vampires more than the sparkly kind. No, not fire. We just learned that. Okay, and of course that kills off the summons much more effectively than the statues. Still not dead. You have a lot of health. And a lot of slowing me. Oh, Sabrina's the only one not slowed. Yep, it makes sense that a statue's greatest weakness is being hit really hard with a big stick. Aha! We enter a huge domed chamber and see for the first time the dragon Avernum. And this time the game recognizes that she is female. Fortunately, though she is clearly displeased by your intrusion, she has not yet decided to attack you. Instead, she looks curious. She seems willing to speak with you for at least a little bit. Perhaps her intense solitude has wearied her. Well, I could be polite and ask politely, but there are 2 things I need. Would you share some of your considerable wisdom with me? And yes, Avernum agrees to teach me slow level 3. I might even use it. And also, I'm trying to find a password to a portal to the surface. The first word is crow. So now we've got first, second, and fourth part of the password. I don't remember who has the third, possibly Patrick, because I don't think that I've cured his wife yet. I've certainly spoken to Erica, and I'm pretty sure I've found Amy Far Traveler in the Northern Islands. Yeah. Do not go across the line of skulls. Avernum will be very mad if you do. There are indeed 5 dragons in Avernum, and actually there's 4 because I've already killed Pyrog in this playthrough. Hey, game? Game, what are you doing? Why are you stuck? Recognize my keyboard, darn it. And jumping off from here is a bad plan. Jumping off from here is not so bad. Only 2 damage, if anything. Why am I going that way? Because I'm not looking at my map correctly. Okay, so we've got the goods from Avernum. And apparently I did not actually need to wait so long to come down here. Because, well, I kind of did, because if my reputation isn't high enough, then Avernum wouldn't have taught me slow. But there's absolutely nothing stopping you from going straight to Avernum from the honeycomb. In Exile, there's a barrier that you can't cross, so you have to sneak your way through the swamp here. Okay, I put numlock on, and now my keypad is working correctly. That's good. Now, where is my notes file? So I got the thing from Avernum. I have some stuff I can do around Myrtis and the Tower of Magi. But first I think I'm going to go north. Oh no, dragons are an endangered species and hippies will start defending them. Oh, would you say that's what the big smelly hairy giants in Pyrog's cave could be? Hehe. It's okay, Pyrog was a jerk anyway. Actually, let's park the boat where I can actually see it. Okay, that is not as close to Fort Draco as I really want it to be. I think I've already been in here. Okay, so I do know Return Life, but I think this would teach it at level... Yeah, it teaches at level 1 or 2. I can't learn level 3 here. Can I pick up any potion ingredients? Magical mushrooms. Okay, so they're healing herbs, not anything fancy. But still. Again, leaving the boat where I can easily see it. Yes, big smelly giants are definitely mutant hippies. Okay, and it looks like I've done everything I need to do with the spiders here. Hee. Except say hello so we can get the very, very cute sound effects. Anyway, I wanted to come up to Fort Draco for a couple of things. I wasn't sure if I was going to do so at this point in the game, but I have 3 chunks of a sword that could be put back together. That was marvelous. My doubts are gone. Now I know that I am a truly great smith. The mighty blade demon slayer is yours. Now I must go rest. Yay. Now let's give... Oh, it's not even identified. Come on now. Let's give the sword to my sword user. I noticed while looking at my info screen that I have some potion recipes, but not any of the elixirs. Also, I can't make Balm of Life, which I kind of need for Raised Dead. Oh, I can't actually afford a healing elixir right now. Oh no. I also have the Spider Queen fangs, which some alchemists might be interested in. Oh yeah, I love the silly illustrations too. Drawn by Phil Folio, who does Girl Genius. Ha, you look like an alchemist. I found these huge spider fangs. Are you interested? Yes, she is. Okay, so... Ooh, she will give us a suit of armor so light it can even be used by wizards. And she says take the money, but I don't think she actually gives me any money. Eh well. Okay, detour to Formalo to identify and hopefully sell some crap. And to think, not so long ago I was complaining about having too much money. Once again, all part of the adventure game experience. At least adventure role-playing games. Okay, do you do identification? Yes. Why do I have unidentified pants? They're pants of sorrow, so they won't sell for much. Demon Slayer, not gonna sell that. Shadow leather. But I've already got a set of shadow leather. Okay then. Hey, want a set of shadow leather in exchange for money? Yay, monies. Ah, yes. Tale as old as time. Get paid, pay bills, wonder where all money goes. Ask, who is the fool that keeps spending all my money? Looks in mirror. Okay. The entire party can now cast Healing Elixir. Or at least anyone with enough alchemy skill can do it. I know I don't need to, but my completionist nature compels me. Treasure sitting around in the wilderness. Very odd. It occurs to you to wonder what happened to the owners. I gather up coins and a dagger, and notice a bunch of hungry-looking lizards approaching. This should be fun. That's not what I wanted to do. End battle, not end game. Okay, it's legit pretty fun to revisit that as a high-level party. Hee hee hee. I'm on the wrong river. I am a fool. now that I've finished up what I want to do in that corner of Avernum, it's time to revisit Slithlands. Because, you guessed it, there are spells here and other stuff. And also loot and XP. So supposedly this is a human-built fort that the Sliths attacked and took over at some point. Or at least it started that way, and then they built a whole bunch more tunnels. Some Sliths are fire resistant, and it seems to be mostly the mages, their spellcasters. That doesn't mean that I can't solve the problem with more fire. Am I at a point where I even want regular healing potions and not elixirs? You call that a spear? This is a spear! Actually, this is a halberd. And it's very effective. Okay, door that I can't open. Hello? What's all this then? A demonic summoning ritual? I do kind of want to get Luigi leveled up enough to where he can cast Arcane Blow and not just Fire Blast and Lightning Spray, and also Ice Lances, but that's a very weak spell by now. Will Smite do much to you? It does enough. Well, that was easy. Save mid-game dungeons for a late-game party. So much fun. I don't think there's anything worthwhile in the bookshelves here, and there's not. Oh, dead person. Now, are you a human prisoner or a slith that needed punishment? We may never know. Okay, if this person is wearing pants and a shirt, they probably were human. The savage Slithazerikai of Avernum are not known for wearing pants. Unless they're part of an adventuring party in Avernum 2 or 3. A barrier. Oh no, a demon. Don't even need Demon Slayer for demons of that level. library on demonology. Acid scroll. Summon shade. I'm not going to use that. Yeah, what makes this dungeon a little more tricky is that it is riddled with secret passages. At least the back half is. And it's often difficult to tell exactly where in the wall those passages are. Also, acid slimes are a bit annoying. Do. I will pick up a bit of loot here and there for the money. Once I get back around to a town where I can sell stuff anyway. Okay, this big long gallery finally found a secret passage. I found the other side of this portcullis, still can't open it. The smell of brimstone is particularly thick back here. Demon Slayer's gonna be two-handed, and I kind of like having my one-hander sword and shield. You hear a battle going on in the laboratory ahead. It sounds like one of the experiments got out of hand. Yay, enemy infighting. So it seems likely by the time I get in there, at least half the sliths will be dead. But then if one enemy kills half of the other enemies, then I get less experience. Really? You sliths couldn't handle that little demon? What kind of evil masterminds do you call yourselves? Well, hello there. I need to remember that Luigi has enough priest skill to cast this spell as well. Wand of Koronos, no thank you. Wand of Arcana, yes please. Pedestal is a tome. I think that's what I came here for. But first, the demon. And yes, Luigi does have Repel Spirit level 3, so he can even damage Mr. Demon here. Or he could have if I hadn't run out of targets. And now Sabrina and Luigi both learn Sanctuary level 3! Yay, I don't know if I will ever even use that. But I have it. You will just have to wait another day or two to find out what's next. I do have some fun plans for the holidays. Still don't know how to open that. Kinda don't care at this point. Zap. Okay, zappy floor, dead body, and an unhappy ghost. Interesting. Vaguely curious about the dagger. Where is the... There it is. Wait, how... Let me out! Right, I came in through here, I think. At least in Exile, you can see a secret door in this kind of wall once you've opened it. You still can't see doors in cave walls. That is a point in favor for the remakes. Once you open a passage, it's very much easier to see. Gotta catch 'em all. Sit in the library for the next 12 hours. Sounds like my kind of activity there. One damage. I laugh in your general direction. Definitely don't need lockpicks anymore. Not basic unmagical ones. Oh. But I will take the loose change. if there's anything good in there. Okay, that whole dungeon reasonably quickly cleared out. There is another one here that I'm not entirely sure if I want to do. Oh boy, more drakes. Why am I doing this again? Okay, according to my notes, this dungeon holds the level 3 spell Bind Foe. And honestly, I kind of don't even want that. I think I'm just gonna leave. Several Slith priests wandering around here. Their career is about to come to an abrupt and rather messy end. Hooray, potions. Some of which might even be identified. Healing, ooh, invulnerability. Haste. Okay, if they gave me invulnerability potions, that was kind of worth it, actually. I should sell off the haste I should maybe sell off the haste potions. Okay. Didn't want to do that quite yet. Here we go. So apparently I have missed something in the Slith Temple. And here you can see evidence of me trying to power game and, if not speedrun, at least do things more efficiently. Aha! Very easy to miss a secret passage so close to the stairs. Zappy barriers, not so bad. I will remove them anyway. And this holds Return Life level 3. Very good. And ooh, Luigi doesn't even have enough priest spell skill to learn that. Look at all these beautiful level 3s. Need a minimum. Oh, well, that makes sense. I need a minimum skill of 12, and Luigi's is 11. Yeah, Sabrina's going to end up missing at least one level 3 spell. I'm not going back for mass healing anytime soon. Still missing Bind Foe, Create Illusions, and the various arcanes. Anyway, that's all I need here. And supposedly one of my missing spells is in the Slith Castle, which I haven't even been to yet. Need to get off the boat so I can fight. Sabrina did a wonderful job of softening those up so that Luigi can actually get some XP. Technically, Luigi is in the least need of XP because he's level 29 and everyone else is significantly lower than that. I am amazingly famous, by the way. But yeah, it turns out if you want to get someone to full level of priest and mage spells in Avernum, it is very difficult to do so. Not just a priest, a high priest. I didn't realize... Oh. I was going to say, I didn't realize that the acid status effect came with the green sparkles, but I think that's from the priest casting acid on me, or using his wand. You stop that. Okay, Luigi makes a kill. Andrew and Sabrina have leveled up. Good job. Hey there, Zach. Good to hear that you've enjoyed Avernum 4. I haven't actually started it yet. Possibly next year. In fact, I may start it as a semi-blind Let's Play. I say semi because I did play the original Avernum 4 way back when it first came out. So I don't actually have to explore the entire castle here. I can just go straight upstairs. there's Luigi's level up. Oh, wait, there's more. Always fun when a spellcaster gets a melee kill. Where are you? Aha. Oops, Luigi is enfeebled. Well, he's already a squishy mage, so that doesn't mean much of anything. Let's cast some light on the subject. Yeah, I don't think I want to go into whatever that hall is just yet. How about that slow level 3, huh? Hiding in the corner will not save you! And of course, Slith Chiefs drop pretty good stuff. I will thoroughly explore the top part of the castle, if only for loot and XP. Teresa resists charming. Good on ya. What do you mean no... Never mind. These dirty, heavily thumbed books have all been looted from human settlements. The sleuths have been reading them in an attempt to learn more about humanity. Since most of the books are crude, and generally very adult novels, and boring treatises on astronomy, you don't think they've learned much of interest. He. It should be obvious by now, but I do love Jeff Vogel's sense of humor. could pick up the historical scroll and deliver it to that one person in the castle. And this up here is the end of the dungeon. We'll be back. This book is filled with crude slith writing and diagrams, filled with plans and maps, describing past operations and attacks yet to come. Since you can't understand their scrolling, you can make a little sense of what they're up to. But new attacks are imminent. So you say. Ooh, found another pretty good group of you. Oh, Undertale is wonderful. I've never played it, but I've watched a bunch of other people do playthroughs. I even at one point watched a Let's Read, where the gameplay wasn't the point so much as having a bunch of voice actors reading all the dialogue. Which is the kind of thing I like to do when I'm not just doing casual streams like this. Thanks for ruining your sanctuary. Well, some of you anyway. You still have sanctuary. Okay then. And sanctuary does not protect you from getting burninated. Huh. A wave of searing wind tries to throw me back, but the holy energy I can summon cuts through the heat. I can proceed. Interesting. Do I need to be a certain level of priest before I can get up here? I don't think I knew about that. This round hall seems to be a memorial to Slith warriors fallen in battle. It's strangely, eerily quiet. Seems to have nothing but bones and statues. Okay then. Yeah, there's basically nothing else hiding in here. Okay, so for 3 inventory slots I can collect 300 gold, or for 1 inventory slot I can collect 350. Oh boy, a trash pit. Oh no, 7 damage from Divine Fire. Oh no, 1 of acid. And you're dead. Drake. Okay. I was not expecting a Drake. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting Andrew can heal himself a little bit. Or heal anyone else a little bit. How many targets can I actually hit? Enough. Okay, that got a little more intense than I was expecting. I certainly know about Earthbound, and I've never played it or watched an entire playthrough, but I do know some bits about it. Okay, so I should do a little bit of prep work before going to fight the mid-game boss. Energy potions only give me 20 spell points. Ugh. This is why, after a certain point, you need elixirs. Can the boss monster show up before my beast ceremony wears off, please? There we go. I maybe should have saved a few kills for Luigi. In one combat round, you have managed to slay the strongest slith in all of Avernum, Sistis, leader of the barbarian sliths that have been rampaging through your land. Not all of them are evil. With Sistis gone, it is possible that the kinder faction will gain strength, at least for a while. Even if they don't, the evil sliths have taken a grievous blow. You take the torque of leadership from his corpse as proof of your accomplishment, as opposed to Exile, where you took his entire head. I could be interested in playing it. The challenge is getting it on a platform that on which I can play it, because let's see, we don't have any. Well, actually, technically, we do have an NES and SNES. I don't have a lot of experience in playing those. Ooh, dexterity bracelet, nice. I have too many items. I need to go to town and sell some things. But yeah, Earthbound is such a big game. I'm sure that something like Steam or GOG.com has a port of it. Oh, magic lock. Oh no, Sistis's pet, Snaky! Sistis has some pretty good booze by Underworld standards. A fine slith spear, and scrolls on religious topics from a wide variety of different faiths. Interesting. And now I know Control Foes, level 3. Could potentially have some fun with that one. I remember this bridge. Bad things fail to happen! Oh, plate mail is going to be heavy. But Sabrina is strong. Okay, somewhat more money than I started with. We are all done with the sliths. To Blosk. In a moment. We are all done with the sliths, barring a few stragglers. Like that. Unfortunately, it may take me a while to get to the Earthbound games, or the mother games. With Spiderweb Software alone, I have kind of a large backlog. Absolutely wild that my character carting around all the alchemical ingredients is the one who has inventory space to spare. First off, identify. Chill Charm, not bad. Warrior's Ring, very good. Curse Dagger, was expecting something like that. too many wands. Armor ring, very good. Ring of agony, not so good. Iron plate mail. Mauling leather. This item increases bonuses you get from strength, more damage in combat. Might put that on one of my fighters. And now to sell you the things I obviously don't want. Will I ever remember that I have more than just iron bolts? Possibly, but on knowing me, not that likely. Okay, major call actually can be good. I could sell the alien blade. I think I will sell the crystal shield. Oh goodness, Sabrina, you don't even have an enchanted cloak. Nor does Teresa. Armor ring is a straight upgrade from the shield ring. Mithril chain and icy chain. Well, the mauling leather is less armor, but potentially more damage. Seems I am surprisingly low on magical jewelry for my party members. That's what happens when I'm not looting every little thing. Wand of Lightning is probably not that useful anymore. And the Scroll of Control Foes also isn't if I can just cast the spell at high level. And once again, I must say, do not sell the Orb of Thralny, you will be sad. The Recall Crystal is a one-way ticket right back to Fort Avernum, which is occasionally useful. Okay. And now I have more gold. So, what to do next? Did that. Actually, I think I can make very good use of that recall crystal. Also, if you don't want to go through the Spire Fortress, you can always just fly around it. Or sneak your way through the long path and the cave full of undead monsters. So have I visited the town of Spire? I have not. Oh, and because I haven't paid the toll to the thugs wandering around, I have to pay 50 coins just to enter Spire. Whatever. I will also pay for admission to the arena. Pay the nice ogre. So I can talk to this guy Scab, and he tells me there's a person living here named Mina. I think I know about her. She's the mayor, runs this place like her own personal hell, and she supposedly has a magic silver circlet. So it is valuable, but difficult to steal. And in order to get help from Scab, first I have to go prove myself in the arena. The ogres won't talk to me. But if I enter through the other corner, this guy does. I want to enter the games. Good, walk through the open gate and down. We'll let out some monsters, survive the battle and walk out the gate on the other side, and you get a reward. You die, and you become Monster Chow. In a flash of impressive magical pyrotechnics, several monsters appear in front of you. The arena battle begins. am victorious. I live. What's my prize? 100 gold coins. Not too bad. Not too bad for a battle like that. But of course, only one battle is not going to be enough here. You fought in the arena once, but you didn't fight anything tough at all. Go through again and I'll help you. I imagine the magic number is 3 times. Oh, a guard is shooting at a cave rat. Okay. Smite, as usual, is disappointing. At last, I managed to kill something with Smite. Got 200 coins for that one. Let's see if I get any other dialogue. Okay, you've seen us fight, right? You know we're tough. Help us get to it. Oh, he's already impressed. Yay. And he wants to send us to someone named Asp in Kotra. So in this version of the game, it only takes 2 arena fights to convince Scab that we have a shot at stealing the circlet. Is it not? It looked like it was going to let me do another arena fight. Huh. Yeah, the door's not opening. Okay then. Fine, I'll pay your stupid toll. Harumph. Anywho, now that we've been sent way back to the other end of Avernum, recall crystal go! Oh. One fan willing to watch me fight. I know that feeling. As I'm sure many small YouTubers and streamers do. Anyway, Asp is this guy in the corner. Scab said you could help me. And we'll definitely pay him 100 coins. And he probably knows about the 2 dead murdered people in the East Wall. He might even have had something to do with them getting dead. He's not going to tell us about it. Well, on the direct path, my next point of interest is the Spiral Crypt over here. And I am actually going to pause for a minute here and go refill my water. And we're back. And the spiral pit has the mechanic where your light just does not last as long as it usually does. It also has the mechanic of being full of skeletons and zombies and stuff. Now, you can, and I have, entered this dungeon way earlier in the game. And at first, it feels pretty easy. Skeletons are really not so bad. The poison fungus is a little tougher for a low-level party. No match for me now. No match for the Jade Halberd. Just look at all this assassination I'm pulling off. Ow. Strikes Andrew for 5 and 3 damage. I think it did more damage with the poison. Ow. A few zombies, a few sarcophagi. Oddly placed high-up platform. A dead body that is not moving around and has very low-level equipment. A somewhat annoying spirit. And a dead end. There seems to be more cavern to explore, but how do we get down there? And how is my light already gone? So for a young kid first experiencing this game, or the original Exile, it can be a little tricky to make sense of this dungeon. And now that we've started penetrating further in, we get slightly harder enemies. And slightly more annoying navigation. Intriguing. Ooh, piercing crystal. Very intriguing. Was there some way that I can make it so I don't have to hop down every time? Because I kind of don't want to do that. Can, but I don't want to. Party placement failed. No room for all of you there. It feels unfair that the enemy can see me and I can't see them. Can't jump down in combat. Phooey. Another dead and very under-equipped adventurer. More kills for Luigi. Thought I saw something on the ground there, but apparently not. At last, a wheel. You hear the sound of stone scraping on stone. Aha! Ramps have appeared. Very good. Suddenly, everything goes black. Light source is completely gone, and there's nothing I can do about it. So, we find ourselves in a maze of twisty little passages. And occasional whites. Yeah, this part is much scarier and more annoying when you are much lower level. I imagine it would also be much more annoying if you didn't have the auto map right here. Okay, so again, I seem to be at a dead end. I just haven't pushed my face up against enough walls. Unidentified emerald. Okay then. Also lots of bones. Another piercing crystal. I wonder why the game is giving me piercing crystals. As you emerge from the twisty passages, the light obscuring black mist disappears. It's still very dark, but you might be able to generate some light now. Okay, there's a dark pit in this room. As you carefully maneuver past this pit, a white mist starts to rise from the floor of the caverns ahead and behind you. Shapes are approaching through it. It's just ghouls. Oh no, a magic barrier that I cannot walk through. What if piercing crystal? Ha ha. This long cave seems to be the lowest point in this dizzying spiral. It's freezing down here. Crystals of ice coat the walls and floor, and the bodies scattered on the floor as well. The bodies are fairly well preserved, and they all clearly died of extreme violence. They are not all human. Many are some sort of humanoid lizard. This morbid scene must be the center of the curse that has infected these caverns, and the area outside. If the curse could possibly be lifted, it must be done here. Even in the newer engine, I still love the writing of this dungeon. Suddenly, time seems to stop. As you enter this final chamber, you have a strange, ghostly vision. You see the huge caverns of Avernum. A group of humans in archaic armor run through them, clearly panicked. Moments later, you see the cause for the flight. A horde of lizard men is chasing them, weapons drawn, howling for their blood. The humans flee into these winding tunnels and fight a desperate running battle down to the deepest level. Eventually, when they see the cause is hopeless, the survivors magically seal themselves into this cavern. There they starve, slowly, consumed with hatred for their killers and everyone else who dares be alive. It is the force of their hatred that causes the dead to rise and rise again and attack the people of this area. As you regain your senses, You wonder if you'll be able to affect this powerful curse in the slightest. So I'm not sure if it's particularly clear here, but I think what's supposed to happen is there's one chamber with a bunch of violently dead bodies, and then past a barrier, there should be the starved bodies of the few survivors who died in absolute hatred. And yeah, this dungeon is A, much scarier the first time I ever went through it, and B, as I said, much scarier when you don't have an endgame level party. Somewhat better equipment here, potentially. One can assume that they once had higher quality gear, but some of it just rotted away in this cavern over time. Well, that was easy. You slay the ghost of the commander of the humans who died here. Immediately, you feel an effect on the icy tunnels. The evil forces around you weaken, and you feel a touch of warmth in the air. It must have been the strength... It must have been the strength of this soul that kept the evil forces focused here. Unfortunately, you also sense that the curse here hasn't been removed. It's only in retreat. You have only earned this area a brief, much-welcomed respite from the undead. Perhaps someday, someone will come here strong enough to destroy this curse. Alas, it won't be you. I do feel like this dungeon was just a little bit stronger in original Exile. I don't know how much of this unidentified gear is good and how much is cursed. Oh, there's an ancient frozen human body here. Her staff is broken, but the silver brooch she wore is still intact. You notice there are several pearls set in the metal. Yoink. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brooches. Excellent. And a few coins from the Surface Empire. Coinage of the realm must not change all that much over time if coins that are centuries old can still be traded just at business as usual. So yeah, it's definitely very tempting to wait until you have Dispel Barrier to come in here. But apparently it does give you some piercing crystals if you want to come in super early. I don't remember if the piercing crystals were in the original game, though, or if you had to come back after getting Dispel Barrier. Well, I mean, you could come any time that you had a piercing crystal. But piercing crystals are not guaranteed to break barriers. And in Exile, it might have been that you could find them randomly, but they didn't have piercing crystals specifically hidden in a couple places in the dungeon. But yeah, that was a moment, too, of trying to thoroughly explore the dungeon, getting lost in the dark, and then there's a barrier that I can't get through. Frustrating and memorable. Okay, where is the ghost? Spirit thing. Oh, Sabrina's webbed, that's why she can't move much. Sometimes it's helpful to look at different parts of the screen. That zombie was running for its own life. And yeah, there's basically nothing interesting hidden in the corners. I wonder if that one guy is still in Murtis. You are still here, Bertrand. Or Bertrand, Bertrand, I think his name is. Still hiding. Well, he's scared of the undead. And he will never change. But if I talk to the man who serves as mayor... We think we solved the undead problem. There was a curse on a nearby cave. We lifted it, sort of. Huzzah, we get reputation and coins. Also, I've read that Elmer here is based on one of Jeff's grandfathers. And I'm coming back in here just to see if I can do anything interesting with the temple. So you do healing, and you look for potion ingredients. And apparently I've already given her all of the potion ingredients she ever wants. Okay then. To the mage tower! To the buying of the recipes! Delicious recipes. Tasty, tasty knowledge. Do I want to buy any level 2 priest spells? At these prices, I'm really not sure. Well, definitely not Divine Host. Maybe Divine Warrior? Yep. Hot lava pits are indeed one of the natural resources of Avernum. Do I have any loot I feel like selling? I do have a couple of unidentified things. Brentford, what are these? Icy Longsword and Cursed Helmet. Well, the Icy Longsword is nice because it will do magical ice damage. Cursed Helmet, oh well. Flaming Sword does 2 to 20 plus 3. Icy Longsword does the same. And alas, unlike in Avernum Escape from the Pit, the remake, I cannot dual wield. Actually, what is Luigi's melee skill status? Okay, he's roughly equally skilled in melee and pole weapons and can barely hit with either, really. That's the problem with only having 4 character parties, is so many weapons, so few hands. I don't remember who has the better pricing on arcane spells, X or Erica. His prices are better than the priest here. I think I will save my money for training. I hope my connection's okay. I keep seeing the little loading circle on my screen over on YouTube. I don't have to do this for the Assassinating Hawthorne quest, but there are a couple of things I would like to pick up in here. I like dispelling barriers so I don't have to walk through them later. You are not attacking me. Though it is surprisingly confident looking for an imprisoned creature. Waiting for mighty Adsakai beyond to break his bond and blast you all. It will happen soon. You will all die. He's a prisoner, but he is here to devour us! Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Okay, someone wants to be annoying. I believe I have just the spell for you. Oh, hi, Garnet. Say hello to the nice people on the internet. Hey, Garnet, I need to get to my keyboard, please. Thank you. So satisfying. And what's in here? This box contains a tiny dagger. Far too small to use as a weapon, but the blade is amazingly sharp. Sharper than any knife you've ever seen. Covered with small, intricate glyphs and symbols. It is clearly an item of considerable magical power. Now, does that count as an inventory thing or a special item? The Blessed Athame is a special item. A small enchanted dagger, reputed for its ability to cut into practically anything, even magical things. It is often used to inscribe and scratch out runes. Aww. Garnet, the internet people say hello. All the way from France. Okay, so I've got the Blessed Athame. That's one of those words that I've only ever read and not heard spoken aloud. So, growing up I always pronounced it Athame, but much more recently I've been corrected, and apparently it's something more like Athame. At least something 3 syllables. Either Athame or Athame, depending on your preference. Walk up to a magical barrier, it sparkles and smokes, I raise the crystal key, it fades away. Burst of foul-smelling wind comes from the passage beyond. The passage to the west is utterly black. Light fails to penetrate. Insane screams and moans come from the darkness. You can't help but shudder just looking into it. And once again, we have another completely dark section. Vorpal Blade, yes. Well, I don't know that it's actually particularly deadly for attacking living beings. Oh, great. Wait, Andrew's able to cast Repel Spirit? Okay. Probably not going to use that much. There we go. Oh yay, 4 cold damage. Does this count as being within 5 spaces of my lead character? Apparently yes. Yep, totally dark maze. Everyone's favorite. Totally dark maze with somewhat baffling secret passages. Where did you go? There you are. See, slowing only works for you when I go into combat mode. Yahaha. Luigi is leveled up. And now Luigi gets to do some heals. Well, I was about to say I think I've killed all the various demons that are hanging around in here, but apparently not. I missed one. Huh. There's a single gold rune here embedded in the floor. The power emanating from it makes your hair stand on end. You are afraid, with good reason, that something bad will happen if you step on it. That sounds like a good signal to save the game. Yeah, so I've heard of American McGee's Alice. Also, I learned pretty recently that American McGee did not only that game series, but he was a level designer for a few levels in original Doom. Aha. The rune pulses with a bright gold light. You feel your magical energy drain from you. Then flames shoot up from the floor. Well, isn't that just lovely? Okay, so that is a forced spell energy loss. I don't like it. Room full of fire. Ow. I perhaps chug an energy elixir? If I have one. Luigi has no energy potions. Great. Wouldn't necessarily be a bad time for some haste elixirs. Actually, cancel that. I want healing. Ooh, not quite dead. Surprisingly tough demon. Okay, who's got healing elixirs? Because we need them now. Healing potion. Sure, we'll chug a bunch of those. I have so many haste potions. That's just silly. I'm going to have to go through one of the lava rooms, aren't I? Okay, executive decision. Luigi gets the energy elixir for a whopping 40 spell points. Oh boy. But he is capable of casting both Safe Travel and Haste and Beast Ceremony. Okay, not that room then. Has been so long since I've done this. Actually, it hasn't been that long. It's only been, what, within the past year that I finished my complete playthrough of this in this very same playlist. Found Atsukai. Can I cast Beast Ceremony at this point? I feel like that shouldn't have worked if an enemy can see me. I'm not going to complain, though. Oh, there you are. You have a vampire sprite for some reason. Freezing Touch. I may want to switch back to my Flaming Sword. Or Demon Slayer, that would be better. But for that I need to remove the shield. What? I have Demon Slayer equipped. You're not Atsukai. You are a summon. I am a fool. I'm still going to kill you because vampires are unpleasant. Oh, right, I have Rods of Arcana. Possibly not necessary here. light spell's probably not going to do much. There's the demon. He's in the corner. Okay. Kindly remove some summoned trash. That's what's supposed to happen with Demon Slayer. What was that? Takai fires a dark ray. Andrew resists something successfully, but becomes enfeebled. There we go. Yeah, that guy is still pretty tough, even when I'm high level. It's nice that the Alice series is living on as a fan passion project, even if it's not an official game. You hear a clicking noise from the box in the center of the room. I wasn't even paying attention to the box. Sakai dropped a gold necklace and a torque. In the box, you find a beautiful scepter carved from a single piece of onyx. It is now mine. And now I have to remember how to get out. Safe travel lasts a really long time at level 3. This demon now looks weak and defeated. Your victory over Sakai has humbled this arrogant creature. And its dialogue hasn't actually changed beyond that. I was brought here as practice, and to get information. Then they called Sakai, and you destroyed it. Please have mercy on me. I bow before your brute strength. Okay. I possibly could still kill him if I wanted to. I shouldn't, though. Killing, friendly things does tend to tick off other characters within range. But Kellner is pleased to see us. We destroyed the evil demon. I have resumed my vow of silence now that my apprenticeship can continue safely. Thank you for your help. You've done a great deed here. Good luck to you. Yay. Yeah, so we don't officially get a reward for destroying Sakai. We do cheese off Linda if we choose to tell her about it, though. Linda being the archmage who was responsible for the summoning in the first place. I just feel like investigating here. And perhaps making a nuisance of myself. What? You're an eye beast. That's right, I kind of forgot for a bit what their sprites looked like. was a geyser. Oh no, I have ruined research into horrible magical beasties. And these items are not mine. I could steal them if I want. Garnet. What is this? Oh, right, there was that unidentified emerald. A searing crystal. Perhaps by rubbing it you will be able to free its magic. Whether this is a good idea or not remains to be seen. Okay, so that sounds like something that could either spray acid on my enemies, or spray acid on me. It sells for 0 gold, so I'm guessing it's not a good thing to have around. Yes, Garnet is receiving pets right now. Yeah, perhaps if I make these casual stream nights more of a thing, I should bring my web camera back down to the basement. Okay, so take a moment to consult my list. I am slowly getting closer to achieving my endgame goals. Well, dang, I have enough spell points. I need to rest twice to fully recover. I wonder if anyone in the Mage Tower sells energy potions, actually. I know I complain about getting not very many spell points back from potions, but, you know. 20 to 40 is still better than none. I can ask her about the Onyx Scepter, oh my. And yes, we do have energy potions and energy elixirs. 1 energy elixir. And again, I do keep forgetting that I have the Rod of Arcana. 2 of them, in fact. So, hey, I found this Onyx Scepter. Do you know what it is? She examines it. I've heard of this. It's a strange item. It's old. It contains a lot of energy. It's magical. But none of us actually have any idea what it does. I don't think it's dangerous, but I'd rather not have it near me for too long. Fair enough. We need to wait until the next game in the series to find out what the scepter actually can do. I have no idea what Unreal World is. Several imps who love to devour unwary travelers like me. Oh, what a surprise you're in for. Pathetic. So I do want to go into the Shattered Fort, but it occurs to me that I'm not too far from Almeria, which has a trainer. And I did notice that Luigi has a pretty decent amount of skill points. Okay, so I can get him up to being able to cast Arcane Summon. Joy. I might need to buy him a few knowledge brews from the witch that is not far from here. Sabrina also has some skills. And Teresa and Andrew. I do not know how I want to train you folks up anymore. Actually, I am going to go do the thing that I just talked about. Silverlock the Witch is where again? Not that one. There we go. Knowledge Brew. So I currently have 8 skill points. 1 knowledge brew gives me 5 skill points. Instant level in a can. Now 23 is going to get me 1 more level of mage spells and not much else. So Blosk is actually closer. So with only 1 more knowledge brew, I actually can get Luigi up to level 18 in mage spells. Makes you gag down mushroom cookies. Oh my. Yeah, when you don't have wheat, you make flour out of whatever you can get your hands on, I guess. Have the power! But I only know Arcane Blow at level 1, and I definitely can't afford to upgrade that right now. If I wanted to, I could go by the castle and pick up a sweet reward for killing Sistis. Of course, that means that Fort Remote will die, and I'm not sure I like that. Cast safe travel to safely pass over the lava. I don't think I actually need anything in here. Yet another area that goes much, much faster in this game engine, or at least it feels like it does. Oh, I think I might need to go deal with some stuff at the castle to actually do anything here. Isn't it fun what you remember over time? Okay, so I can do some stuff here. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to need a key to do more. And I don't think I have that key just yet. Okay, can I turn the wheel? I can. Can take the long way around rivers of lava, or I can just keep casting safe travel a few times. Not that it does me a lot of good if there are constant walls in my way. No. Fire doesn't do much. Salliekat beats Jesus. Oh, there you are. How do you miss a goblin? Let's see how Andrew does with Repel Spirit level 3. He gets 2 targets and can't kill whites in one hit. Did not mean to use that only on one. Also, now that Luigi is up to level 18 mage spells, I'm not as worried about getting him more levels. Oh, I'm still within range. Great. Your summons do not frighten me. That is a statue. Hi. A spear. Mysterious. Also, sometimes the lava sprite in these games is used to stand in for things like hot coals or boiling mud that you technically can walk over. It's solid-ish, it's just very uncomfortable. I used the wrong spell there. Do I actually want to nuke any of you? It's kind of funny that the technically flying enemy is not able to navigate its way around these different elevations. Even with safe travel, trying to navigate around in this dungeon gets really annoying with all the different levels and not a whole lot of stairs. So, mysterious edifice. Can't get in. Have to find something else to do there. Oops, safe travel ran out. Steel javelin. Pretty good if you are one who likes to throw javelins. Yeah, oftentimes I remember what I'm doing pretty well. This is not one of those. Ooh, Mung Demon. I do not like those, because they can drain spell points. Yes, yes. Keep firing your rays on Andrew. He can take it. Die, foul beast. Andrew is much more effective with his crossbow and bolts than he is with his spells. Oh, that's another monk demon over there. Ugh. There we go. I found a box. It has Fire Blast scrolls. Whew. Okay. Pick up some of my ammunition. A dark altar, which I think can do something cool. Maybe Jeff made this more obvious in the remake. Have not been in here. But it contains only undead. Honestly, I wouldn't have to pay that much of a health tax to cross over the lava here and there. Oh, maybe yes I would. Andrew takes not much damage, but Teresa takes significantly more. And she's the only one who does take damage. Okay, since this particular spot is such a pain to reach, it does have something secret. You start to turn the wheel, but you soon find that you can't move it more than a few inches. You soon find out why. There's a small gold padlock blocking the mechanism. You try to pick it, then you try to break it off. After an hour of effort, you have to give up. The lock must be enchanted. It's too strong for you to open it, and you don't have the key. Res of Frezin. I do have to go back to the castle for that. I think it's the castle. let us leave this accursed place and come back in another stream, perhaps. I've been at this for most of 3 hours now. That's kind of long. So, next time will be a good opportunity to do all of the castle-y stuff. Collect the royal seal. Maybe go back and talk to Erica some more. Yeah, I'm honestly quite impressed that you're this excited to watch me stream at dawn your time. I could happily start my stream earlier, but that would actually make things harder on the European folks. But anyway, good night for now, everybody, or good morning if you're in that part of the world. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I usually prefer my streams to be closer to the 2-hour range. Alright, thanks for coming in, Zach and Iskra. And everybody else. Always good to see people actually be enthusiastic about this stuff.